Welcome, Prowl Nation. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. It's brought to you by the Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Today, we're going to talk about Dan Campbell and his reaction to that confrontation with Aubry Pleasant and all that stuff. We've got a bunch of other things going today. But first, let me kick it to my main man, the man of Steele himself, Curt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the show, people. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, and be part of the March to 10,000. Subscribe to the channel, like it, and share the videos. We appreciate that. It helps us with this YouTube algorithm. And it's hump day, baby. But it's time to bring in the third man of the crew, my man, LL Cool Tawrence.
What's up, Proud Nation, and good Wednesday morning.
Hey, let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
Welcome back to the show, my good people. We're going to start off the show by kicking over to my main man, Curt.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, so the topic today is Dan Campbell's reaction to the Aubry Pleasant blow up. Now, this is not a secret. If you haven't seen this already, it's out on social media, it's everywhere. Aubry Pleasant got into a confrontation with Jeff Okudah, and this is prior to the injury. This is in the first half, end of the first half, where they had a big play where they gave the rushing touchdown, and Okudah was on the bench, and Aubry Pleasant was giving him the business, but he was telling him to do his job. He was coaching him up, and so many people have made it such a big deal of this because they only saw one part of the confrontation, right? So they see Aubry Pleasant like just laying into him. And you see Jeff Okudah say a couple of things back, but Dan Campbell was like, those things happen. If you look at it, you have a passionate coach like Aubry Pleasant who's passionate about the game, but he's trying to coach the guy up. So he's telling him just to do his job. He said those things happen all the time. It wasn't a big deal because if you look at it, they came back, and later on, even after the big play from Deebo Samuel, he was like, hey, man, things happen, but you've been playing better, because he did play better after that. He had to pass break up. And like I said, with that play with Deebo Samuel, I said this the other day, Okudah was in good position. If all he had needed to do was kind of turn his head around, that was it, because he was right there. If he had turned his head around, he would have been fine, because that was the adjustment to the floater ball, because that was one of the, sometimes you got to be good, but sometimes you could be lucky too. And that was a luck play, because that wasn't a great pass. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he zipped it in there and, and it was a touchdown like that. But Dan Campbell's like, those things especially happen in practice. And I hear a lot of those things happening in practice with Aubry Pleasant, because he's trying to teach these young fellas, discipline and be in the right position and make sure they maintain their assignments. So I understand the frustration by Aubry Pleasant, because he's teaching, hey, I know you know this. I know you know how to do this. I've seen you do this.
Right.
And why are you missing your assignment? Because you got sticking your nose pretty much where it doesn't belong, because that's assignment with somebody else's. And now you got pinned outside and you couldn't make a play on the ball because of the fact you got caught really cheating, on the play. So
don't wait till game day to do something new.
Yeah, so I understand what Dan Campbell was saying. And here's my thing. Dan Campbell said something earlier on in his tenure, especially early in the OTAs, right? He said, I don't have to say anything to players because their position coach are going to say something to them, because that's the kind of coaches he has. He has passionate coaches who are going to get on their players. They're going to love them up, but they're going to teach them and rough them up too, because they're going to be like, hey, do your job, do your assignment. And that's the type of passionate coaches you want on your coaching staff. And you think about this, the coaching staff reflects on who Dan Campbell is, because they take his persona on just as well.
I got a different take on this in a way, but not a bad take, but a different take. You see this all the time in the NFL. You see people chewing people out all the time in the NFL, but because it's the Lions, here we go again. It's, oh no, it's a big deal. I don't think it's a big deal at all. I think this happens all the time. And I'm damn glad that we got some passion, some fire from those coaches. It's not like Patricia who just goes, You know, I'm dead serious. Come on, man. He is in that guy's face. But right after that, they show him giving him a hug and showing him some love and stuff like that. But Aubry Pleasant is the man. I'm telling you, this guy is coaching these guys up. I've never seen rookies play this good, I think. I mean, Barry Sanders, of course, and people that just got tremendous talent. But these guys have been coached up.
Young and
Derek
hungry.
Barnes. I mean, you know, if he comes in and gets good stuff going on, and that's Aubry Pleasant. You know, I love this. I love it. And I love the way Dan Campbell went about it. He's like, you know, I don't like it because that's the main line. That's what he has to say, right? Yeah. Doesn't he have to say that? Yeah. Just shut up all these people that you know, just, oh God, I can't believe this happened. Yeah. Oh my goodness. No. It's this generation, it's that generation. So he goes ahead and says that, but then he says, you know what? I like it.
But here's the thing, though. And before I was kicking to you, LSU, the narrative, if you look outside of the fan base in Detroit, they didn't see the second video. All they saw was the first video of him chewing them out. So everyone's reacting to that and not reacting to the second part where he's showing them the love.
Absolutely right. But this happens all the time. But because it's the Lions, let's put a microscope on it. What do you got, LL?
Yeah, same. You know, I don't think it's really that big a deal. Shout out to them for eventually getting it together. You know, I just, as a joke, I said, don't congratulate him for getting cooked. Because he was like, you know, after the Deebo Samuels play, you know, he went over there to console him. And I completely understand why he did it. But no, it's like to just echo what Curt said, it just shows the passion. Like I myself have been accused of you know, talking to people crazy or whatever. And maybe I do, and I usually apologize, but if warranted, but it's usually a case it's like, why are we even, you know what I'm saying? Why are you even doing this? And it won't even last that long, because if I'm the one who's yelling, and you can see like Okudah was like talking back to him, like, so, you know, it's like, all right, you don't even understand why I'm upset. So, you know, that's just me. But I can understand the situation. Hopefully it helps, because now everybody got to see, you know what I'm saying? You might have been talking to your friends, you might have been talking to everybody, you know, I'm ready to, you know, whatever on game day, you go out there and get embarrassed on the field, and then you get embarrassed on the sideline. So, you know, maybe it'll kick in, and, you know, it'll start to show on the field whenever he comes back, of course, because
probably next year.
Because of the injury, and that was unfortunate. But no, I like it, and I think eventually Okudah will be better for it.
Yeah, and one thing,
and his team will be better for it.
Yeah, definitely. I was listening to George Bell talk about this on What Was Sports, and he was like, "Well, he's like, that's cool. I mean, like you want that, you know, something." He was just coaching them up. He said one thing I don't think he was is just disrespectful, because some people, oh, it's just disrespect. He's the player, the coach is disrespect. I'll say, no, he was just telling him to do his job, because there's a difference between coaching and trying to get the best out of a player and then just being disrespectful. And I've seen that, you know, I was in the military for 26 years, and there's a way to
it's a fine line. Try to get a very fine line.
It's to get the best out of a soldier, and you have to treat them fair, but you're not going to treat every soldier the same. You have to lead them. You have to lead them, because sometimes you have to lead them differently. Sometimes you can yell at a soldier and get the best out of them, but the next soldier next to them, if you yell at that soldier shuts down. So you have to look at that fine line in between how you lead people. But, you know, apparently those things works, because Okudah did, up until that, you know, the floater play, Okudah did play better. You know, had the pass breakup, the dive-in pass breakup he had. So look at it all in all, I like the passion, and I like the way that the Lions are coaching this team. They don't give up, they don't fight, and the coaches are going to fight with them, because they're going to be right there, entrenched into the game, and they're going to be encouraging them not to give up.
Yeah, you know what? And like I said, this happens all the time, but it's the pride of two people. I mean, Aubry Pleasant was a player. He has a lot of pride in himself and what he does, and so does Jeff Okudah. And I like that about both people. They have fire. I wouldn't like it if Okudah just sat there, okay, I'm getting beat down. You know, no, he fought back, you know, and so did Aubry Pleasant. And Aubry Pleasant showed him, man, no, I'm the coach. You listening to me.
Do your job. No matter what else he said, you was wrong, do your job.
And then they come back later and they're all good, you know. So I think this was just really, really dumb, you know.
Yeah. Definitely. Hey, if you like this content, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, be
Yes.
a part of the March to 10,000. Like I said before, get on the bus, Gus, and get with the program. Hit that subscribe button, and be a part of Prowl Nation. Hey, Jim, what's for the family discussion topic for today?
Well, there's at least 50 ways to subscribe to the channel. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out to Paul Simon again. All right. Our question of the day is, do you think the Okudah situation was handled correctly? So I wanted you to put that in the chat, give us your feelings on it. What do you think about that whole situation? And you can comment on any one of the topics that we have today. I love you guys' comments, and we love the love in the comments. We really appreciate each and every one of you. But right now, I would like you to do one thing for me. Like you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are seriously on the march to 10,000 subscribers. That is not just a thing. We are seriously going for that. Appreciate everything, guys, and the like button and the bell and all that. I really appreciate all of that. A news and rumors topic for today is that we're just going to get some roster moves out of the way. Detroit Lions waive offensive lineman Tommy Kramer, and they are re-signing Quinton Dunbar. Now, the Post had said before that they might be re-signing Quinton Dunbar, but in an update through him and his agent, he says he is returning to Detroit. So we will be signing Quinton Dunbar here pretty soon. Also, he was off for a little while and then got cut because he had been away from practice, hadn't practiced with us. That was because of his uncle's death. And so I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that it wasn't an injury. It was a family situation, and it kind of hit him pretty hard. So we just wanted to let you guys all know that that's what was going on. Quinton Dunbar going to be a Lion real soon.
Yeah, definitely. Him coming back into the fold, we need that veteran presence out there in the secondary. You look at what the guys we have now, a lot of young fellas out there, and shout out to the young fellas. They proved their worth in camp, but to have that veteran presence coming back into the fold, and you look at it, well, Okudah was the old man in the group, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
Right.
And Dunbar isn't that old, really.
Yeah, Dunbar isn't that old. So, but he brings a nice veteran presence to that DB room, and we need that secondary help with the guys that we have right now.
Was it 2019? He was the second top corner in the entire league.
Yeah. So we hopefully we can get him back to that. He's healthy now, so hopefully we can get him back to that status in our secondary.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. To steal from the man is Steele here. I'm hoping that he's ready to boss up and ball out, because we're gonna need it.
Love it. Stealing from the man of Steel. I like that. Actually.
You know what? It's one of those things. Thank you. You look at it, and we just need it, and it's at the right time. I'm glad that the staff was able to keep in touch with Quinton Dunbar, because some players would have been scorned, because if you look at that situation where he's dealing with something that's personal and tragic, and you get released because you have to be away from that long. But it was a business decision for the Lions, and I believe that if he understood that and was willing to come back because he wants to be here in Detroit. And that shows you that people are, players, Quinton Dunbar was a guy who was a decent sized name out here in free agency, and he wants to come back. So you look at that, and I like the way that that's going, where people are going to want to start coming to Detroit and play here. So
it was honestly just a matter of other players earned it. Yeah. The other players were here and earned it. That's phenomenal true. AJ Parker made the roster because he put in the work, and he showed up and showed out. You know what I mean? Definitely. So I think that this wasn't a slight on Dunbar, but it was just the other players they put in the work, and Dan Campbell respects that.
I mean, you can't make a roster not being there as well. Yeah,
absolutely true.
You cannot do that. I mean, it's just one of those things where
you got to put them on tape.
Yeah, you got to. So hey, if you like this content, like the video, share the video, comment, be a part of the March to 10,000. Subscribe to the channel, join Prowl Nation. And what's the price? It's free. What kind of free? It's free. Free 99 free. And you need more free, it's 50 free cent. Definitely, there you go. It's free all day to be a part of Prowl Nation and join that March to 10,000. For my topic today, we're going to look at the Lions. Now, this is coming from our favorite people over there, You're looking at where PFF is you looking at, and some of the stats are looking at the running game for the Lions. The Lions had the second most efficient run game in the league in week 1. I mean, it's Remy. You look at that.
I like it.
The Lions haven't had such type of production as far as efficiency in the run game in a long, long time. But they were second to only the Browns, where the Browns were like way, they were like, but the Lions were, we were decently respectable as far as our efficiency in the run game. If you look at this, Jamal Williams had 40 or 54 yards were in the gain before contacts, average 4.4 yards before contact in the rushing game. That was number 1. Excuse me, 6 among running backs. DeAndre Swift, 34 of 39 total rushing yards gained before contact. Average 3.1 yards per carry before contact. I mean, these guys are hitting that hole hard. They're getting downhill and getting through the line before they even touch. You gotta look at that.
But that line is making that line is parting the Red Sea too. I mean,
yes, definitely.
Pushing them around, watching them up.
And if you want to look at that, let's look at some of the offensive linemen, how they stacked up as far as their PFF right and blocking grades during the game week 1. You look at Frank Ragnow; he was the highest rated center in the league on Sunday, 4th in run blocking.
Yes.
Penei Sewell, 4th highest run blocking among left tackles.
Oh
Wow! And then Jonah Jackson was in the top 10. He was the 10th highest graded guard at left guard in run blocking. So you look at these guys. So you like the running backs and the offensive line did their job, and they made it for a very efficient run game for the Lions. You look at it.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
I mean, you look at it where they're getting through the line. They're not getting, a lot of, hits in the backfield. They're getting through the line before they're getting touched. Go ahead, my man.
Against a team like the 49ers. That's all I was going to say. I like it. And it comes, like I said, like a couple shows ago, like about measuring sticks or, wanting to, like, this is a good test for us.
Yes.
That's it. Like, it stood up against the actually pretty good front seven.
Yeah, this is actually really amazing to me because look at this. We're without Taylor Decker, the number 1 left tackle. We throw a rookie, a 20-year-old kid over there and just balls out. Oh, you know what? So the running game is real, folks. It's real. And just wait till we go against an offensive like say Chicago. We're going to kill it when we got a team that doesn't have as great a defensive line as San Francisco. I think this is a legit running game. I think we got a legit offensive line. And if we had Taylor Decker in this and we had I think a better right guard, I think this offensive line would be top 5 in the league. Maybe getting a number 1. We have that potential.
I thought Big B played okay.
I mean, he wasn't like the other guys, but he held it down decently. Of course, that right side is going to, it has its holes. With Big V and the backup Nelson over there on that right side. But they did okay because if you look at it, even with all those, they still were definitely efficient in the run game. And they were moving people they're on their own as well over there on the right side. So I'm like what we having with that. I just would say it's this because we established the run and we know we can establish the run. Don't forget you have other tools in your tool bag. Don't forget that you. Yeah,
but once you have other teams pull those safeties up, watch that over the top. That's open now.
Now
you know what? Your deep crossing patterns will be open. Your deep outs will be open. Your fly route will be open.
Make room for big play Cephas out there.
Yeah, and then
big play Cephas, and don't forget about little Khalif Raymond. That dude can fly.
That guy fly, and he can catch.
And he can catch.
Yeah, definitely. But the run game, I'm liking it. I'm loving it. Anthony Lynn, kudos to that guy.
Kudos to Anthony Lynn.
Yeah, for
definitely.
Sure. Hey,
shout out to your boy. My bad. Shout out to your boy Hank Fraley.
And Deuce Staley. And Deuce Staley as well.
He was looking fired up on the sideline.
Yeah, he was definitely. He was getting hyped up. He was high fiving and slapping.
How many times have you ever seen a coaching staff here outside of Schwartz? Because Schwartz did that a lot too. But I mean, the whole coaching staff is the same way. They're all fired up.
that they're a mirror of the head coach, and that's
Yes.
Dan Campbell. Yes, it is.
I
Hey,
hope they all don't drink the same coffee.
Ooh, I hope not.
They may all be dead by
my
the
heart
middle
couldn't
of the
take
season.
that. You know what I'm saying? But man, my heart will explode drinking that much
Me.
caffeine in a city. But if you like this content, share the video, like the video, comment on the video. Hey, and be a part of Prowl Nation. Click that subscribe button. Be a part of the movement to 10,000. You know, it's free. Free $3.99 to 53 cents is all. It don't cost you nothing to hit the subscribe button. Hey, definitely, my man LL, what you got for your news and rumors topic for today?
Today, my news and rumors topic, we're going to talk about power rankings. Bleacher Report released their first power, or the new power rankings after week 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lions are up from 31 to number 30.
What?
Moving on up.
But the team,
we lost and went up. Oh,
right,
man.
right.
You know what?
But,
you know what though?
But,
I can give a tiny rat's ass about power rankings this time of the year, but congratulations. What's
right.
We
But
moved up one.
the only teams behind us are 32 is Jacksonville and 31
deserve to be there.
is Atlanta. So
Houston
Atlanta
deserves to be there too. Now, come on.
I expected Atlanta to play a lot better than that coming into that game. I thought they were going. I picked them to win that game.
Can I ask
got
a question
beat.
here? How come the Packers get blown out and they're not in the bottom? Hello, come on, man, come on now.
because they where they were ranked ahead of time and who they played. Now I'm with you. Oh yeah. But that's why. But like I'm ultimately with her. I don't really care about power rankings, but I think that at least it showed. Well, let me. That's one thing I want to do. I'll just read a quote really quick.
Yeah.
It says, "You have to admire their spirit. It seems like head coach Dan Campbell will fire these guys up all year, but unfortunately, the talent just isn't there. There'll be a lot of fun this season, but they'll lose a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up." And that was from Gagnon, whoever that person is. But shut up, Gagnon. We're not gonna lose a lot of games this year.
Was it Rich Gannon?
If we do, I don't know. Is maybe I don't know.
He's a former quarterback for Minnesota.
No, Rich. I heard Rich Gammon just toast us on Sirius XM the other day, and I was like, hey.
But
he hated us anyway. He played for Minnesota.
Rich Gannon, I don't care about Rich Gannon, but it's just the fight. That's all. That's we're gonna be fighting all year, and hopefully we get some more wins.
Yeah, but the only thing really about power rankings is gives you a measuring stick of where some of the media think you stack as far as against the other teams in the league. But you know, it doesn't measure fight, it doesn't measure competitiveness, and it doesn't measure will. And all those things are kind of related to the same thing. But I like the way that this, like the article said, I like the way that Dan Campbell is going to keep this team fired up.
And honestly, it's not fair. I mean, they just automatically look at the Lions and say losers and put them at the bottom.
Right.
Or Green Bay, they look at winners. But, you know, Green Bay got blown out. We lost by 8. We made a huge comeback and they didn't. I don't care.
Right.
You know, it's about what you've done this year for me. Power rankings wise, Green Bay is below us. That's what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds crazy, but
yeah, I mean, just
if you look at it,
I'm with you though.
Yeah,
I feel what you're saying.
Because they got pop, but they I'm going to look at it. They fell. They fell from 3 to 13. So
they should.
That's a pretty significant drop.
Yeah,
that's 10 slots is pretty significant. So, yeah. Hey, if you like this video, hey, share the video, comment on the video. But you know what you got to do: subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. You know, cost you nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just free. I mean, I'm telling you, like $0 to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and be a part of the March to 10,000 and get this content to more Lions fans just like yourself. Now it's time for us to and hear what you had to say about yesterday's show. It's time for the comment cards, baby. Jim, what you got first?
Ryan Wells says, I'm 80-20 on Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell. It's so hard to tell the problem. Is it the old regime players that come out unprepared? The 2-yard check down on 3rd and 6? Only time will give us the answer. Do they start more games like this, or do they come out more? And I don't have the rest of it. Hold on. More prepared. Okay.
Yeah.
More prepared. Thank you, Brian, for your comment. I think it's an issue of roster right now. Dan Campbell's trying to coach these guys up. We have a really, really young team, and it's going to take them a minute to gel. I think there's positives in the run game. I think there's positives in pass pro. I think there's offensive line is good. The defense is the thing that really needs help right now. And if we can get that defense to start stopping anybody, then I think we can win a few more games this year.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Wiley.
I think they were trying to just establish an identity first. I think that once they got out of their own way, they start playing well.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Wiley Ravala, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sorry if I'm not. Dan Campbell was pacing back and forth on the sideline like a caged lion. That was intensity. Thank you for that, Wiley. And I agree. He wanted his guys to go. That's what I can understand the feeling like Curt said earlier. It's like implied earlier. We know that this ain't how you know what you're doing. Do better. He was at a couple times saying, come on, pick up the pace. Come on. Like basically, we've done this before. Y'all not doing it how we've done it before. So.
And he wasn't the only one. I mean, you look at the sideline, man, these people, all of them have this intense stare in their eyes, and they're yelling, they're coaching through the whole game. We haven't seen this much passion in a long time from a Detroit Lions coaching staff. Thank you, Wally, for that one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Yaldrum? I think that's what
Yildirim.
All right. Thank you for acknowledging what the Lions did in the fourth quarter. NFL Network didn't say anything about it. Go Lions. Well, that's just the national media. They're never going to say anything positive about the Lions right now until we start winning some games. But I appreciate that. We did fight back. And people say, it was just San Francisco taking their foot off the neck. Hey, you can't take your foot off the neck of anybody in this league because you're setting yourself up for failure when you do that. You have to go for the kill shot. So guess what? We kept fighting. Even if they let it, I don't care if they let up or not. We kept fighting.
Right.
And they had to pick it back up. So, and that put us in the position to tie that game late in the fourth quarter.
And I think also that they don't give us enough credit for what we actually did accomplish in that game. They were just down all this points, and San Francisco just decided to say, let's just let them back in the game. No team wants to let another team back in the game. Let me tell you.
Hell no.
If they did take their foot off the gas, the Lions made sure they didn't put it back on.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So give us some credit where credit is due. Come on, people.
Absolutely. Dan Spanos, going to say Dean Spanos, like the head ref or whoever his name is. Dan Spanos says Dan is the perfect guy for the job. He could take any other coach in an arm wrestling match as well. Barnes is already better than both our current starting linebackers.
I gotta agree there. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Dan. I agree. Points. I agree that he could probably beat everybody in the arm wrestling contest.
Yeah, I like both of those points.
I do too. I think Barnes is. I want to see him start, but you know what? They are bringing him along a little slow, and that's okay. He's a rookie. We have to remember he's a rookie because he plays like a veteran. He really does.
Right. Would you guys arm wrestle Dan Campbell for season ticket?
Man,
hell no.
Hell no. I value my arm. I'm old.
I like my arm. Right where
you know how old I am? Have you seen his arms? Man, hell nah.
His arms look just like yours do.
Man, I get disability, man. But I'm good.
Oh, Kerry Smith says Lions went for it on 4th down 5 times. Not once was Aleem McNeil in the backfield. I'm so disappointed. You know what? Me too. I want to see that big guy, the mini fridge. I want to see him in the backfield. Maybe we should talk to Dan Campbell. Dan, if you're watching, please put Aleem McNeil in there at least once. He could even be a blocking back or a decoy. He just crush people going forward. Yeah, we need him in the backfield.
You know what I'm saying?
Make him the up back.
Yeah, man. I would like to see that. Definitely on the goal line. I would love to see that down there. All right. Max Power says, now this comment is directly for me, so I want to answer this. Okay, no need to comment about Matt Patricia's belly. Don't resort to fat jokes, bro. That's not a fat joke. I wasn't joking at all. But if you look, I wasn't. I was stating the fact. If you look at how Dan Campbell's stature is on the sidelines when something happens, and look at Matt Patricia did, that was his pose. He did like he was doing like this. That was Max Power. I was just stating facts. He said his arm was on his belly. That's just it. I mean, it is what it is.
You know what? I gotta say this too.
Was oversized and he rested his forearms on his belly. That's just what he did. He didn't say anything. He looked lost on the sideline. Someone stole his milk or whatever it is he was eating on the sideline, his cookies or whatever. But he was just sitting there on the sideline with his hands on his belly, arms on his belly, looking with a blank stare. I was just stating facts. I wasn't trying to joke.
You know what? I got to say this. If you want to stop the fat jokes, then we have to stop the dropped in his prime jokes and about people that drop the ball all the time. It's not you know what? Whatever. It is what it is, and we see it the way we see it.
Hey, it's just the facts.
As an oversized gentleman myself, I didn't take offense, so you good.
Love it.
Because sometimes I do stay with my hands on my belly. It's comfortable.
There you go.
I got a belly too, so I know what that's like. Hey, man, if you like the content here, give it a thumbs up, please. If you haven't subscribed already, subscribe to the channel. We're on that march to 10,000 subscribers. And now it's my favorite part of the show, the dessert with my man, Curt.
Hey, the dessert with your man, Curt is brought to you by Delightful Bites Cookies. Custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. And you know she's running that season special right now. 4 helmets, 4 logos, and 4 footballs of your favorite team for $35. There's nice size cookies, so I will definitely have the matchup cookies on our next show, so we can put them next to each other, so you'll see them before the game. But Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. And what do we have this week today for the dessert with your man Curt? Well, the Lions are tied for first place or second place. It depends on where you go in the standings for the NFC North. And because of the point differential and how they played on Sunday, scored the highest point total in the NFC North with 33 points.
So we in there.
And you look at the effort and you look at what the team did on Sunday versus the 49ers. They didn't quit. They didn't give up. But we talked about this the other day where the NFC North all lost, but the Lions, as far as their second half performance, they were one of the better teams in the NFC North on Sunday, and that's a lot to build on going forward. I think we're still going to make the playoffs. I never thought that, but I think it's a positive note. I think we're building something positive here in Detroit, and that's the dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites.
Final thoughts for today. We got the Green Bay Panthers coming up. And like I said, they whine more than any team in the league. Aaron Rodgers especially is a big crybaby. I don't care. I'm just telling the truth. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Cries about him, calls and cries about all kinds of stuff. That's okay. But we're going up against them this week. We have the 3:00 Gold members meeting. You get to just talk Lions with us and whatever you want to talk about. Get to know you a bit. That is already in the community tab under the Gold members tab. You can go to our community tab and get the link and show up there at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time. I have to say that because we have people on the West Coast and Matthew Ferguson and a bunch of other people. So I have to say that Eastern Standard Time. So we got that going on. We got the Friday free for all going on this week and a lot of other stuff. Just stay tuned. There's a lot of good stuff coming. Really appreciate each and every one of you for checking us out. And LL, what are your final thoughts for today?
Final thoughts for this Wednesday, of course. Good morning. Be kind. You never really know how far that could go for people. And as far as for the Lions and for upcoming game against the Packers, FTP,
Yep.
Definitely 100%. on
I'm
that
with
one,
you.
I have to agree with that last statement. Yeah, I love that FGP. Or hashtag no pack no. My final thoughts for today's show is definitely I like the fire and the passion by this coaching staff, and don't let anyone definitely fool you with that. You know, coaching goes a long way, and the fight and desire from this team compared to last year and the last regime is totally different. It's night and day, because if the coaches aren't fired up and the coaches aren't passionate, you're not going to have a passionate team on the field. It just doesn't equate. So I like what we're doing, and I like the fact that we have passionate coaches on this coaching staff that can get this team fired up and coached up in the right way. So it is time to let's go ahead and stroll on over to that Wall of Fame, baby. Bronze members, we have Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, the Latino Leo, Brian Stover, Bo Gagrius. You know we got that beer can in the building. Justin 10K. I know it's spelled differently, brother, but we got it. Sage. I don't know if they're going to move up. Practice Squad, Sarat Roberts, Sub-Z Trap City Boys Entertainment, Mr. Scotty the Bear, the Frenchman himself. We have Crystal Wiley, Bubble Boat, John Kapler, Art Allen, my man, the Flintstone himself, Jimbo G. What up, Jimbo? And David Anderson rounds out our bronze members. Silver members, we have Nomus J, Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold. And if you look up into the distance, you can see the signal in the air because the Batman of the 313 is in the building. We have John Martin. The tornado is blowing through. Keep your shirt on. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And we have Go Lions. And we have our gold members, Mr. Reliable himself, Michael Huck, just in the D. Larry McQuiston, Turner C. Burley, man, I got a message from him earlier this morning.
Me too.
Man, he's always inspirational. He holds it down, gets some good takes as well. Dominic Davis, Bob Korowski, our brother Don Prince 72, Pride 74. You know who it is. Big Ferg himself, Matthew Ferguson, our resident writer. He got a new article out there about one of our DSA members, my man, Easy. Go
Love
ahead and
Easy.
check it
Shout out,
man. Easy is my dude.
Shout out,
All right,
Easy.
we have Randall Flag 606, Miles Gibbs, Randy Prince, the Gridiron Blitz, Mr. Rough and Raw himself, North and Ken. Hey, brother, be safe out there on those roadways. And you know who we got. The doctor. Dr. Detroit is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the join now button in the description and become a member of the Wall of Fame. Now, you got to pay to get on this one. This ain't free like the other one, but you know, it's well worth your investment. We get you some good content over there with your subscription to the Wall of Fame.
And it's a good way to support the channel. Just hit the join now button at the bottom of this video to get more information about the different levels and what you can get into. If you're not a gold member now and you want to do that Zoom meeting with us, consider upgrading. If you're already a member, you can upgrade to that gold level. Or if you're just a listener and you want to just come in and talk Lions with your favorite people, just click that join now button and sign up as a gold member. I really appreciate that. And you know what? There's one more thing we got to do today. Curt, take us home.
You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the Prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. And as always, like the video, share the video, comment on the videos, and become a part of Proud Nation, because that part is free, 59 free. Let's get it. It's free. And you know what you got to do. Go over and check us out on DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com. Like I said, Matthew Ferguson has a new article about one of our DSA members, Mr. Easy himself. It's a great read. Go over there and find out more about some Detroit Lions YouTubers' personality. That guy does a great job over there on Woodward Sports.
Easy from Woodward Sports. Yeah,
that's our guy right there. And Cecily, go over there while you're there. Get yourself some Proud Nation gear. You know Jim's rocking that Lions on the Proud family shirt today. I got on, it's Wednesday. So shout out to Woodward Sports. So I'm rocking my What Up Doe shirt on a Wednesday because it's Wednesday and it's always What Up Doe here at Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And if you want to get yourself some regular Lions gear, go over and check out fanatics.com. You know, I'm rocking the straight lid from there. It's got to stay fresh and clean. So get yourself some Lions gear over there on fanatics.com.
You know, you're going to get it anyway.
You're going to get it anyway. So a portion of the proceeds from that link help us with the content on this channel as well. And take us on to go on your favorite podcast platforms. You know, it's out there. It's because, you know, sometimes, you know, you can't watch us, but you can listen to us. Or, you know, it's right there for you on your favorite podcast platforms. Hey, it's hump day, baby. It is Wednesday. Keep grinding. The weekend is almost here. It's on the horizon, baby. So keep grinding and keep doing the thing you need to do to get this work finished during the week. And go ahead and get them crumbs off your face, finish your drink, and get back to work. And you know what you got to do. Whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man Jim and LL, this is Curt Steele, and I will holler at you real soon.